I am obsessed with longevity. I'm obsessed with health, I'm obsessed with wellness, and I'm obsessed with creating a lifestyle for myself to be the very best version of me. So let me give you my top 10 gadgets, devices, and at-home practices that elevate my health and wellness. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You know what? I am absolutely loving my vlogging journey. There is just so much scope to share all the things that I'm obsessed with. I have a little saying over on Instagram. It's called DB approved, and that's Donna Bartley approved. And that's everything that I use in terms of skincare, wellness, supplements, food, lifestyle, all those kind of things. And I kind of put like a DB stamp on it. And I just want my YouTube channel to grow and just be this place where I can talk in depth more about all the DB approved items, practices, things in my life. I've had incredible response from my vlog 2 weeks ago on my anti-inflammatory shopping trip. I'm going to put the link below if you've missed it. But the comments on it have just spurred me even more. I have so much that I want to share with you. I don't actually know where to start. Like, what do I do next? I know so many of you want recipes and they're coming, I promise. It's just logistically, how am I going to kind of fit those into different vlogs? But I want to do more recipes. I want to share my wellness journey with you. As I just said at the beginning, I'm obsessed with longevity. And in whatever form that comes in, that's elevating my health, my wellness, my lifestyle practices. I put into action all these things, and it's taken me around a year, 2 years to actually get to a place where I feel like I'm living a wellness journey. But I've got so much to learn. And I love educating myself. I love listening to podcasts. I have a whole podcast library of kind of like my favorites, whether it's from Dr. Mark Hyman, who's a longevity expert, to Dave Asprey, who invented the word biohacking and the bulletproof coffee. And then you've got all the really kind of like health Californian gurus like the Skinny Confidential, the Pursuit of Wellness. I will listen to anything as long as it's connected to longevity. I will listen to it. So maybe I should do a vlog episode on what podcasts I love listening to and why. I mean, actually, one of my favorites is Mel Robbins, and she doesn't actually speak about longevity, but she speaks about mindset and daily habits. And all of those little elements of life I add to mine. Like I said, I've got a long wellness journey ahead of me, but I'm 45 years old. I have never felt better, and I'm excited for this. Yeah, I'm just excited to learn more. I think one of the most exciting things is that I can learn more, and I'm never going to stop learning. And my wellness journey is always going to be upgraded, elevated, and got better. But I'm in an era of my life where I feel right now at 45 years old, I can focus on this. And I know from my community over on my other social media platforms that that's not for everybody, but that doesn't mean that you can't add elements to your life, even if it's just to reduce stress, sleep better, and, maybe add a couple of habits in every single day, because anything that you can do is going to make you feel better, and it's going to even just take baby steps into starting your wellness journey. I'm deep in it, like I said. I am obsessed with so many people, so many things. My whole life is now consumed by it. But on the other hand, my whole lifestyle is now my job. So I can mix my career with my lifestyle, and I'm so privileged to be able to do so. But I love that I can learn all these things, put these things into practice, and then bring my experiences and thoughts on these processes back to you, which brings me back to today's vlog. I thought it would be nice if I just stayed at home, did an at-home vlog, and talked about 10 of the kind of wellness devices, gadgets, and practices I put into my daily life that I believe have upgraded my health and wellness. I talk so much about reducing stress. And that's one thing that I've massively done. And I've slowed down my life. I move my body a hell of a lot more than I used to. I completely eliminated all ultra-processed food, seed oils, and refined sugar from my life 2 years ago now. I've regulated my nervous system. I've healed my inside. I've balanced my hormones. And I used to get terrible mood swings. And honestly, they're just a thing of the past. I don't think I kind of realized this until maybe only a few months ago, and I suddenly thought, wow, like I don't fly off the handle like I used to anymore. I don't have horrendous periods like I used to anymore. I hardly even get a pain. They fly by with ease. I know exactly when I'm going to come on, pretty much to the hour. I don't really have any PMS. I don't have any symptoms of pain or cramps or anything like that. It's very, very rare. I've regulated my body weight. I sleep so much better. And I believe by doing all of these things and being consistent with them, which is a massive key when it comes to anything in life, I feel I'm at a place now where I'm ready to elevate that further, educate myself further. But here are 10 things I do at home that I believe have contributed massively to all of those things. So my number one wellness practice is contrast therapy. I do this outside of my house. I use the sauna on the beach, and then I swim in the sea and I cold plunge. That together, the heat and the cold, is contrast therapy. But I also do it at home. And this is something that I really promote over on my social channels, because not everyone has access to saunas, cold plunges. They're coming. The city's got them in London. We're a city in Brighton. They're coming here. But I completely understand that nationwide, this is not something that's regularly available. But there are some incredible at-home devices now that you can have, like the sauna blanket. You can buy, they're around £500. I will put a link to one in the description. My one, it's by Higher Dose, and they do it on Current Body, they do it on Health. They're very readily available. Contrast therapy for me, it has been an absolute game changer. So aside from the obvious things with contrast therapy, it's massively anti-inflammatory. It enhances recovery if you're doing a lot of kind of like workouts, running, etc. like that. And it also is great for relaxation and better sleep. But the thing that I feel has made the biggest difference for me is my nervous system regulation. You see, the sudden changes in temperature between the hot and the cold, it stimulates the autonomic nervous system. So basically, when you're exposed to cold, it activates our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight. And then when you immediately expose yourself to hot, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our kind of like rest and digest. And the synergy between those two things together actually helps balance the nervous system. Overall, it improves our stress resilience and obviously relaxation. And I keep going on about sleep all the time. Sleep is one of the most important things that you can do for your health and wellness. It's free. It might not be easy to do for everybody. I completely understand. But if you get yourself into a routine of maybe going to bed earlier, all the little gadgets that maybe I'm going to show you a bit later on in this vlog to help you sleep is incredible. But we're talking about contrast therapy at the moment. So yes, I believe that it's been the most beneficial for me for my nervous system regulation and also stress resilience. I used to be a big ball of stress. I used to have like this gut butterfly feeling all the time. Like I said, my mood swings used to be terrible. Like I was known as the person that used to fly off the handle at anything. And I genuinely just don't do that anymore. I'm very centered. I'm very balanced. I'm very focused. I just feel balanced. And I'm asked a lot about nervous system regulation. Now, what can you do? And I'm not saying going to buy a £500 sauna blanket is going to change everything for you, because there are, like I always talk about, elements to this holistic pie that we need to think about. But if you are thinking about investing into something that you really, you're really committed to it, okay, I'm in this era now, I want to heal myself. Contrast therapy for me is incredible. So I've got my sauna blanket at home, which I use laying on the bed. And then for my contrast, so that's my heat. And then for my contrast, I will either run the shower, a cold shower, or I will fill the bath up with freezing cold water. And I'll do half an hour in my sauna blanket, and then I will go straight into my bathroom and then dunk myself into my bath full of water. And that, my £500 sauna after a few months has pretty much paid for itself. Cost per use is going to be incredible, but you need to be consistent with these things. You need to be prepared to, put in the work and the effort. But even just doing it for a few months, believe me, I think you'll come back to this vlog, because it's always going to be here, and you're going to write on it and you're going to say, Donna, I completely agree with you. Contrast therapy has completely changed. And, the nervous system regulation is just, one for me that I think has been the most profound. But your skin will be clearer, your inflammation will be reduced from the inside. You'll just feel much more relaxed. You won't be so stressed. And it's, that £500 outlay could actually change your life. So that's why contrast therapy is my number one wellness hack. So number 2 and 3 are red light therapy. And number 2 is my red light mask. This is a near infrared red LED mask. I have the one from Current Body. And if you haven't seen them before, this is what it looks like when it is on. All these little lights come on and I wear it on my face. So this is very skin focused, and it may not be like an overall wellness thing, but skin is still part of my body and it's still something I concentrate on hugely. So one of the biggest benefits that people talk about when they come to the red LED mask is anti-aging. And I really don't like to use that word so much because aging is inevitable. We are all aging. I just want to focus on my own health to age better. I basically look at myself and I want my insides to act as they did when I was 20, even though I'm 45. And I think that's what I'm focusing on when I think of wellness, when I think of health, when I think of longevity. So when it comes to my skin, I want to use things to help my cells act as they did in my 20s. When my cell turnover was super speedy, I had plump skin, my hydration was at its optimal, and you can do that via skincare, diet, lifestyle, and using things like this, because red LED is amazing for that. So let's talk about the anti-aging or like well-aging or healthy skin benefits of the red LED mask and why I use it. It's massively anti-inflammatory. Is the one thing. So it's really great for conditions like acne, blemishes, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, those types of severely dry skin conditions. This mask is incredible at, and I truly believe like my skin is at its optimal when I'm consistent by using my red LED mask, no doubt about it. It promotes cellular regeneration. So as I was just talking about, I want my cells to act like they did when they were 20. When we are in our 20s, our cells are turning over at a rate that it just keeps our skin fresh, plump, juicy. Elastin is at its highest, collagen production is at its highest, and we all look youthful and plump. But as we age, that decreases. So products like retinol, vitamin A, that is something that helps speed up cell turnover. So does the LED mask. So this is why I always say over on my Instagram, retinol and your LED mask are your absolute best friends when it comes to keeping your skin at optimal health and keeping it youthful looking. It's also great for wound healing. And the most common form of wound healing is acne scarring, blemish scarring. And this, again, because of the cell regeneration that it promotes, just is really great for speeding that up. So overall, you'll just have smoother, clearer, more even toned skin from using the red LED light. And that I think is my favorite thing about it. And how I love to use it is that I use my sauna blanket, so for half an hour, and I will pop this on. They're normally timed at around 10 to 15 minutes. So I will just put my red LED mask on, getting my sauna blanket. So I'm doing my two benefits in one. It's definitely one of my top wellness, skin health kind of practices that I do. I never stop talking about my red LED mask. This is probably the most used thing that I have in my house. And if you haven't used one, I definitely think if you're looking at doing something for yourself, if you don't want to dip your toes into too many things, like buying a whole sauna blanket, for instance, investing in the red LED mask for me would be the simplest and probably your most beneficial, because skin is something that we see the most. It's something that I'm asked about the most. And it's something that really, people I know struggle with. And my skin, it glows. Again, another benefit of the red LED mask is promoting circulation. And you've just got this kind of like radiance that red LED gives you. And that's what I love about it. Okay, so my number 3 is a bit more advanced red light therapy that I have at home. And that's my red light therapy panel. So this little panel, it just plugs in. I'm going to turn it on to show you what it looks like. And lights up, and I'll do this most days, and I'll sit in front of it for half an hour, just cross-legged, staring at it, and you wear goggles. Now, it works in the exact same way as the red LED mask, but you're just doing it all over your body. And some of the benefits that this red LED panel can give you is to help your mitochondria. Now, your mitochondria is basically your cellular energy. So it hits you at cellular level and helps that energy. So you just feel more energized inside. Now, I'm really researching mitochondria at the moment. It's something that I'm becoming a little bit obsessed with. I'm doing my health coach course. We talk about it a lot within it, and it's just protecting that cellular energy. And it's something that's, I'm very focused on. I really don't like getting to like midday and having these like afternoon slumps, and I just don't want to do anything. I want to try and better myself to have more natural energy. This red light panel triggers my mitochondria, my cellular energy, and helps with that. So that's the first thing that it does. Other thing that it does is reduces inner inflammation. I talk about it so much with my diet, with my lifestyle. It's something that I am very, very heavily focused on, is having this anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Diet is a huge thing, but it's not just diet. Again, it's this kind of like holistic pie that I talk about, and the red light is incredible for anti-inflammatory. I'm really lucky where I live. I have a Soho house here that has an infrared sauna, and that's doing the same thing. It's not particularly hot in that sauna. It's got more infrared panels. That's what this light helps with. Again, it enhances circulation. It gives you that kind of like radiance and glow. It helps with collagen production. It helps with overall oxidative stress. So again, that's incredibly, anti-aging. And like I just said, it helps with collagen and tissue repair. It's probably one of my most hardcore wellness things that I've got at home, but I think it's around £500 again. So again, like an investment piece, but something that I was lucky to be sent, but I really, really wanted it, and I would have definitely invested in one myself as well. If you're dipping your toes into this for the first time, I'm not going to say go and invest in a red light panel, exactly the same as I did with the sauna blanket, but because this is my journey, this is my wellness journey, and this is something that I absolutely love, I'm really, really pleased that I actually have this device at home. It was really, really great for me when I ripped my rotator cuff. I don't talk about that a lot on here because this was kind of like my pre-vlogging days, but at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I tore my rotator cuff. I didn't know what it was. We actually didn't find out for quite a long time, but the healing process, I literally used this every single day, and I just sat in front of it for half an hour because it's got that tissue repair aspect to it. And I pretty much healed my torn rotator in 3 months, and truly believe it's because of, gadgets like this that I've got at home. But mostly, overall, it's anti-inflammatory and immune boosting. Love it for wellness. And just staying on the red light for my number 4 is my little red light device that I use for reading at night. So that's what it looks like. It's got a clip, and I pop it on my Kindle to read, because when we go to bed at night, I talk about sleep so much, and if you're just laying in bed scrolling on your phone, not only is that disturbing your kind of like relaxation, it's emitting blue light to you, which actually kind of, it stops us having a good night's sleep. So the red light basically cancels out all blue light. And this was such a cheap device. It was literally £9 off Amazon. And I think it's just like a really great little wellness thing that I've used. It actually helps the production of melatonin, which will give me a better night's sleep. I've definitely seen a difference from it. I am a scroller. I work on social media. It is so very, very, very hard to put down my phone, not be tempted to pick it up. Oh, I just thought of a piece of content. Oh, let me write it down, or let me edit this. I've got thousands and thousands of pieces of content on my phone, and I will just pick out bits that I maybe filmed, a couple of months ago and start editing. And I'll do that late at night, because when you lay down, it's kind of like that thing where your mind relaxes for the day, and then all these thoughts like come into your head. And I really, really try not to pick up my phone, and I've been really good with it. I bought myself a Kindle. I used to read the book app on my phone instead of buying physical books. I buy physical self-development books, but like kind of like my non-fiction ones, I would just use the Apple book app. But I decided a few months ago, or maybe a month ago, not that long, to invest in the Kindle, and it's been amazing because of course all you can do on the Kindle is read. You're not tempted to close the book app and start scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. So that was the first step, and then I thought, I was reading about red light, and helping like emit those kind of like blue light that, you know, will come off devices. And I read about a little red light that you can clip onto your books, and I thought, I'm just searching Amazon. This is definitely sounds something like Amazon will do. And of course they had them. It was £9 invested, and now I will go to bed, I will turn off my phone, I will literally have them on my desk. I don't have them by my bed anymore, so I'm not even tempted to reach for them. And I will just pick up my Kindle with my red light and read. I'm a very good sleeper anyway. That's a habit that I've completely nailed. I will have at least 7.5 to 8 hours sleep every single night. But my sleep has been deeper because my Oura ring tells me so. So this must be doing something. I really like it. It's a really, really great, cheap wellness hack. And yeah, £9. Definitely buy it. I love it. Okay, so next one I'm in my kitchen for because it is my reverse osmosis water drop filter. It's a countertop system. I haven't got one built into my tap, but it's been such a welcome addition to my kitchen. I absolutely love it. It's been a game changer for my water. If you didn't know what reverse osmosis is, it's a process in which it will purify water and basically remove all contaminants. That could be leads, heavy metals, arsenic, fluoride, chlorine, all those kind of things that I believe you find in taps. So I used to buy bottled water. I've only ever drunk bottled water. And to be honest with you, I spent a fair amount on it. I used to buy this glass bottled water from this well near me, and it is amazing, but it was just a huge expense every month. But because, you know, of my obsession with tap water, I never, ever, ever want to drink it. I did it. But when I was very kindly gifted my water drop filter, I just thought, wow, what a game changer. It's actually a really reasonably priced addition to the kitchen. I'll put the link in the description for it, but yeah, it's changed my life. So basically this one serves hot and cold water. So I'm just going to fill up my glass with it now, and I just use it for my teas in the morning. I drink with it, I make ice cubes out of it, you know, I'll add it to the bottle and add it to the fridge so it's freezing cold, and it's really great. So back to reverse osmosis, it's really great for mineral retention as well. So it will remove minerals, but it will also ensure that the minerals that we actually need are put back into the water. My filter lasts a year, I think. The biggest difference I've noticed is the taste. It's just clean water. It's really, really hard to describe. Bottled water tastes completely different than tap water on its own, but with the reverse osmosis, it's even cleaner. It's purer. It's just so soft. I absolutely love it. And I believe that I'm doing my insides a service by using this machine. And of course, like the biggest thing that comes with anything wellness is peace of mind. If I know that I'm doing everything I can to enhance my wellness. It might not be perfect. I'm not perfect by an absolute long shot, but I'm doing the best that I can and I'm willing to learn. And I think, you know, when it comes to something like a water purifier, I'm good. I'm good in my mind. Like, you know what? I'm happy. It tastes amazing. I know that I've got everything out of it that kind of needs to be out of it. I don't want all those added things that, you know, are in my tap water, and I'm less stressed because of it. And that in itself is an act of wellness anyway. So yes, this is one of my biggest additions to wellness. Yeah, it's a great one. Okay, number 6 of my at-home wellness devices is my walking pad. This one I don't use as much because I'm incredibly lucky that I get to kind of walk out my house and walk along the seafront. I've got plenty of places to walk. But, you know, during the winter months when it's absolutely hideous outside, it's pouring hard with rain, it's freezing cold, and I want to get my 10,000 steps in a day, this has been amazing. I used it a lot in the winter. I probably won't use it at all during the summer, but I think it's a nice thing to have at home. Anyway, so this device is app-based, and it's basically just a treadmill that you can walk on. So it's connected to my app. Again, yeah, I'm always talking about app-based things that I have, but you know, this is just how we live now. And I'll just press go, and then it will start moving. And basically, I just got my 10,000 steps in through the winter. It was just a game changer, because when it's pouring hard outside, it's freezing cold, I don't want to go out, but I still want to move my body. This device, which kind of folds up, I can put it away and not look at it, is just, I can just get it out and do my 10,000 steps with no problem at all. I think it'd be a really great thing if someone just had a desk here and you had your laptop doing work, maybe a Zoom call, something like that, but you're still moving. It's kind of genius. So like I said, it's not something that I talk about a lot, and I don't really use it at all during the summer, but this is one of my winter wellnesses, and perhaps one for someone that maybe doesn't have, maybe pretty areas to walk around in, but you know what, I want to kind of like focus on my 10K, because that's important. So this is number 6 of my wellness gadgets and practices that I do at home. Okay, we're in my bathroom now for the next 3, and number 7 is my body brushing and lymphatic drainage tools. I think these, along with my LED masks, are literally my most used, my most loved, my most practiced, and the easiest things that you can do for wellness and overall kind of like health, basically. Body brushing, I absolutely love. I have them in all different colors, shapes, sizes. This is more like a kind of like loofah looking one. I've got stiff ones that are kind of like, very, very exfoliating on the skin, and I've got much softer ones. I use them when I'm wet, I use them dry, mostly dry, and I'll do this practice every single morning. It's so honestly like the most energizing thing. When you body brush, it just sends kind of tingles through your body, and I'm ready for the day, like no matter what. And it's not anything that you need to have loads and loads of practice on. Literally just get your brush and brush upwards towards the heart, and when you get above the heart, brush downwards towards it. Like that's basically it. And like I just mentioned, it's incredibly good for skin exfoliation. So you'll probably see, if you haven't done this before, you'll see like lots of kind of dust coming off your skin. That's dead skin cells that are sitting on top of it. And by buffing those off, you're just going to promote this kind of like glowy, smooth skin underneath. But the one thing that it's really, really great for when it comes to wellness is lymphatic drainage. It kickstarts our lymphatic system. It reduces puffiness, so it gets the fluid going. So if you have like fluid retention in your legs, or pockets of fluid, that's going to help get that moving by doing the dry brushing and using a lymphatic tool. Both similar kind of things when it comes to the lymphatic system. It's really, really great for, your own detoxification processes. And most of all, which is one that I probably didn't know about so much, and I've learned along the way, is improved immune function. I'm very, very much into using natural things to support my immune system. I have no problem with medication, but I don't want to take medication in order to, help myself. I want to do things to stop myself getting ill in the first place. And by having a healthy lymphatic system, that's a really great thing for boosting your immunity. It can be really, really great for, I'm not going to say cellulite, because cellulite is something that a lot of people associate dry brushing with, but I will say that it will improve the look of cellulite over time. So consistency by doing this, along with other things, it is something that aids the reduction or the look of cellulite. I'm not going to say that it gets rid of it, because it doesn't. And again, something that health and wellness is very, very much focused on, and that's reducing stress. And the other thing that I use to kickstart my lymphatic system is, this is a huge gua sha tool, or it's called a lymphatic drainage tool. And as you can see, I'm kind of like demonstrating by using this tool. It's really, really great for water retention, which I have so much in my legs, and I really like to use this tool every single day before I get in the bath. So I'll probably dry brush in the morning, and then maybe take my time more with the with the lymphatic tool in the evening, because I will do this along with putting my legs in the air for 10 minutes. And I do really think that it's helping with the kind of like fluid buildup that I will kind of get during the day on my legs. So my number 7 is dry brushing and using a lymphatic massage tool. So I'm actually standing in my shower for this one, because number 8 is a bit of a natural wellness hack, and it's something that is very, very cost effective, and that's hanging eucalyptus in the shower. This is a fresh bunch of eucalyptus, and I have tied it up here to my shower, and I just let it hang, and as the water comes down, it kind of touches the eucalyptus, it releases its natural oils. So the whole shower with that kind of hot water touching the eucalyptus just gives this kind of sensory spa-like feeling to everything. It's a natural decongestion, it helps with air purification, it helps with mold that can build up in the bathroom, it's great for muscle relief, stress relief, and overall mood regulation. So just having this in your shower is something that you do every single day. It can just boost your mood, and that overall will just help for a more productive day. And yeah, it's natural. There's nothing synthetic about it. It's not man-made. It's picked, it's from the land, and I think it's a really, really great and very cheap wellness hack and wellness benefit that, absolutely everybody can do, because everyone will have a shower. Not everyone has a bath, but everyone has a shower. So get the eucalyptus, hang it in your shower, have a hot one to activate the eucalyptus oils that will naturally come off it, and then turn your shower to cold. What a way to start your day, right? That is wellness in itself. Like, I'm already excited about it. I get so excited by these things. But yeah, it's really great. Now, number 9 is something that I do at night. It's kind of like a night practice, and it helps with stress reduction again and sleep regulation. I can't keep talking about sleep enough. It's so, so important. And that is applying magnesium topically. I have 2 different ones. I have a very serious one here, which is my transdermal magnesium chloride, but I also have one by Aloe, which is a magnesium reset spray. So magnesium is a mineral. It's like one of the most important minerals we can have as humans. It's quite complex. There are so many forms of magnesium, and when it comes to supplementation, it's just something that no one really knows about. There's so many different forms. Let me tell you why I believe applying magnesium at night is just really, really great for sleep. Actually, it came from my manager. My manager is my manager. She deals with all of my kind of contractual things, and she works really, really closely beside me, but she's also a wellness coach, and she passed her exams a long time ago, and she was the one that put me on to me doing my health and wellness coach. And she said to me, you wait till you get to like this, and you wait till you get to that, you're going to love it. And she said one of the things was magnesium, and she started to apply it topically at night, and she said it was just an absolute game changer. Now, when I tore my rotator cuff, I wanted to find natural ways in order to like kind of help my tissues repair quicker. And one of them was using an antioxidant called DMSO. And alongside that DMSO, I needed to apply magnesium topically to help it absorb into my tissues better. So I bought this transdermal magnesium online, and my rotator cuffs healed, but I've continued to use it. So when I get out of the bath at night, I will apply this all over myself. So already I'm helping to reduce my overall stress. And then it really helps with my sleep regulation. My sleep every single morning when I wake up on my Oura Ring app is optimal. And I know that I do a lot of things that probably help towards that. I go to bed, I get an adequate amount of sleep, but it's not about actually going to bed at the right time, because if you go to bed and then scroll on your phone for 3 hours, you're not getting good quality sleep. All that blue light that I spoke about earlier, you're not getting good quality sleep. So my stats tell me that I'm getting quality sleep. Like, my deep sleep is optimal. My movement in the night is nothing. And I believe all these things that I do are adding to that. There are lots of brands that do magnesium sprays. I saw on TikTok the other day someone adding magnesium to the soles of their feet, and they were saying that it's just a great practice for like sleeping really, really well. So that's what I've started doing. Number 9 is adding magnesium topically before I go to bed, just to overall give me that really, really quality sleep. And we come to number 10, and number 10 is journaling. Journaling is something that I never thought as a human being I would ever be able to do. I just thought, why on earth would I just start writing down things about myself? And I think it's been one of the most kind of like enlightening practices that I've added. I do it every single day. And even if I don't get to write in my actual journal, I will write it on a notes app or something. And it's just, I will write every day the things that I am grateful for the most. I am grateful for this incredible life that I get to live. I am grateful for my apartment. I am grateful that I get to wake up every day and do something that I truly love. I'm grateful for my family. That there are just so many things that I'm grateful for that maybe before I just didn't appreciate enough. And I think for mindful practice, it has absolutely and utterly changed my life. A lot of people say, like, what do you journal about? I think it's all very personal. You don't really need to follow a practice of writing something down that somebody else is going to write. I think it's just something that helps you keep on track with the positivity in your life. Mindset for me is absolutely everything. I wish you'd known me 10 years ago. I'm not going to cry. I was living a life that I absolutely hated. I hated myself. I had guilt like you wouldn't believe. I hated my body. I hated what my body had done to me and let me down. I'll tell you that on another day. I was angry. I had no purpose. I didn't want to get up in the morning. I was fumbling through life. And now I'm just this person that I just wanted to be, but didn't actually know how to get there. And there is no one answer to how I got to where I am. It's just practice that I put into place, and my mindset I kept in the right place. And that's not always, life isn't linear. It's not always perfect, but I know now how to pull it back and just get back on track. Yes, I have bad days. Some days I don't even want to pick up my camera and look at it. I don't want anybody to see me. I might not want to go out, but that's just life. But I know the next day I'm going to be absolutely fine. And I'm not saying journaling is something that's going to change that for me, but what it does is make you more aware. I'm more aware of my thoughts, my feelings, my mindset, my direction, my purpose, everything in life, just because of these little books. And they're not something that I believe is just a trend. The books are a trend, you know, the 5-minute journal, it's very trendy, it looks beautiful, it's something that a lot of influencers use as kind of aesthetics, and they are. It's a very aesthetic book, it's gorgeous, but they go deeper. They help you grow, they help you heal, they help you learn. And I think being aware of yourself as a human is one of the most important things that we can do. So journaling is absolutely one of my biggest wellness additions to my life. It helps me plan my day. It helps me stay focused. It helps me stay grateful. It helps me stay, wanting more. It's everything. It's an incredible wellness tool. And I do urge anybody just to pick up any pad. You do not need to spend £30 on the 5-minute journal. Just buy a pad. Go to WH Smith's or your local stationery store, whatever, buy a pad and just write day 1. And every single day, open that and write in it. Write whatever you want. Like I said, for me, writing down what I'm grateful for has been amazing. I don't necessarily write my dreams and my goals. You know, they're in my head. I know what I want. I don't know exactly what I want, but I know where I'm going. It's more the little things that keep my mindset where I am, and they help Donna Bartley be who she is. It's, I left that to last because I wanted to leave it to the last thing, because it's just, it's changed my life, journaling, and it's something I'll never give up. My red light panel, will I do it forever? I don't always do it. I leave the house, I go away on trips and I don't take my red light panel with me or my red light mask. It's almost like superficial wellness, but when it comes to like spiritual wellness with things like journaling, that is where those changes are going to be made the most. So on that note, I will leave this vlog for this week. I think overall wellness for me is not about anti-aging, and it's about living the rest of my life in the healthiest way possible. I am absolutely obsessed with longevity, health, wellness. I want to learn everything there is, and there are some real crazies out there that are doing mad things. I'm sure you've heard of Brian Johnson and all those crazy things. He's got a bio age of 21 and he's 50. And there's so many different things and different points of view that everybody has. I'm open to listening to them all. I really am. I will try anything because I'm in that era of my life. The really, really wild and wonderful things, maybe not. And the really, really expensive things, I can't afford to do. But I'm open to listening to them. I'm open to listening to people's opinions. I will listen to any health expert out there on this subject. And I really hope that I can continue learning more and bringing that to you. So I hope you have a lovely week. And I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Everything I've spoken about today, I will link in the description. But yeah, until next week, thank you for watching.